What is up, guys? It's OutofOrder. Welcome back to another video. Now, you probably just came from my last video where I was teaching you guys how to record Modern Warfare 3 in like 600 FPS with the green screens, the depth of fields, all that cool stuff. That was in the last tutorial. That was the basics. So if you haven't seen that tutorial, I highly recommend checking that one out first, because I basically just explain all these settings right here. But anyway, let's just get right into the video. So you are going to need Luckyy's MVM launcher, Luckyy and Mopem's basically mod tool. This thing is completely free. It's absolutely amazing. Like, I just highly recommend go downloading this in the description. Go subscribe to Luckyy too. I'll leave his channel in the description too. Go sub to this dude. This dude's actually amazing. Like, this thing just has so many features for like movie making and all that kind of shiz. So yeah, go download this in the description, and once you download that, come back here and we'll get started, bros. Alright, so you have Luckyy's thing downloaded. Now let's just get right into the tutorial. So the first step in making a cinematic is execute your first config. What the hell am I saying? Execute your favorite config. That's what I meant to say. Your favorite config. I'm using Gmzorz config. This is another amazing config. I'll leave a link in the description to Gmzorz MVM pack. I also highly recommend you go buy that thing. It's got so many features like custom skyboxes, and there's even mods there like that. There's like a mod that removes the ghillie suit and shit, and like removes blood and shit, and just all kinds of cool stuff. So yeah, go check that pack in the description. I'll leave a link to Gmzorz's channel too if you want to go sub to him. But yeah, that's how you do it. So if you don't know how to install a config, it's really simple. Just find a config. There's also a website like CFG Factory, and I'll put that in the description too. So go to CFG Factory in the description, find your favorite MW3 config, and to install it, just put it in your MW3 folder. It's like Steam apps, and like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 or something like that. Just put it in. Once you do that, and once you have Luckyy's MVM launcher loaded in, just gotta go to open up this. You press the grave key or tilde key, umlauti, I don't know, the little squiggly line, that little squiggly key. You press that shiz, it'll open up this. If it doesn't open, make sure that you have it enabled in your. It's somewhere in here. I think you need to be in the main menu, but make sure you have it enabled in your settings. It'll be like something like console or whatever. Once you do that, just type in exec and then your config. That should be in your MW3 folder. So I'm using Gmzorz, and boom, here we go. Alright, so I turned off the film tweaks just for the video's sake. And yeah, so step one is make sure you have your config loaded. So I already got mine loaded here. Step two is your field of view. So you're just gonna want to go CG field of view, and then make it something low, like something between like 20 and 60 maybe, unless you're trying to do a vertigo effect, which I'll teach you guys how to make later in the video. But yeah, just go something like 35 maybe. That'll just basically just increase your or lower your field of view, making it everything all close up, and it just looks a whole lot better. So yeah. Okay, so honestly, the best way to do it is I prefer doing like spiral cinematics. You can do bone camera cinematics, but that'll be later in the tutorial. So basic cinematic, super simple. You just want to just find your start position, press K on the keyboard or whatever you have set to it here in the dolly cam. Oh yeah, and press tab to open this menu. Whatever you have the hotkey set to, so add node is K for me, just press that, and that'll basically just add like this shit right here, which is basically just a keyframe. So once you add that, that's where your cinematic's gonna start. Press space to go forward, and before you do that, actually what you should do next is lower your timescale, because if you have your timescale at the default, it's gonna be insanely fast as shiz. So like lower to like 0.3 maybe, and find your next point. I guess I'll just go like right here, maybe like right here. Go a little bit ahead in time, and he shoots, so I guess we'll go like right here maybe. And you can also tilt the camera with your mouse wheel, which is pretty cool. So a little bit forward in time, and then I guess we'll go get one from the back, like right here maybe. And you need four campath nodes to make a cinematic, so we got 4. It should automatically make this shit right here. And now to play it back, all you got to do is just press whatever key you have set to start dolly cam. So for me it's J. Just gotta press it once, it'll do this shit, and then press it again, and it'll start the cinematic right here. And by default the time scale will be at 0.1, so it's gonna go really slow, like right this. And boom, you got a nice cinematic here. This is actually a pretty terrible cinematic, I'm not even gonna lie. This is pretty bad. But yeah, that's that. This is a terrible cinematic, actually. What am I saying? That's a horrible one. But that's how you make a cinematic. Just really simple, really straightforward. I wouldn't use the cinematic I just made because this is pretty terrible, like really bad. But yeah, just let me go back to it. But this is what it'll look like in real time. Time scale 1. And boom, that's what it's like. So yeah, that's a terrible cinematic. Like, I don't even know why the hell I made that. But that's that. And to clear all the nodes, there's a hotkey over here. I have mine set to L. And boom. It's like as if none of this ever happened. And you're probably telling yourself, boy, that was a really shitty cinematic. What else can we do with this? Well, here's the next kind of cinematic you can do. Frozen cinematics. Everybody loves frozen cinematics. So you're just gonna find a point you like. Okay, this looks kind of cool. Press tab, open your menu, go to mode, and then it should be set to normal. You don't want that shit. Change it to frozen. And then just want to go boop here. Boop here. And you don't need to press spacebar. If you do, it's gonna do some weird shit, so like don't do that. Boop here. What the hell? That was a pretty bad place to put it, but whatever. And then boop here. And ta-da, you got a pretty terrible cinematic right here. Okay, I redid it real quick because like that was pretty bad. But boom, you got your frozen cinematic. To start it, just gotta press J, and as soon as you press J, it's gonna go like, you know what I'm saying? It's literally just gonna go yeet too fast, and it's like, what the hell? What's the point of that? It looks terrible, you know? And to fix that, change the speed. All you gotta do is time scale 0.1. Oh shit, I pressed spacebar. Oh well. And then boom, just press J. And boom, ta-da! You got yourself a nice little frozen cinematic. I mean, this is a pretty terrible cinematic too. I really should not be allowed to edit. Like, this is so bad. But whatever. You got a frozen cinematic. You think it looks great. You record it using NVM streams, like what I taught you guys in the last tutorial. Go to NVM streams and then just like make it record in 300 FPS, 600 FPS, or 420 FPS or some shit. Whatever. You record it like that, or you turn that off. You press J and then you record it with like fraps or some shit. But yeah, that's the frozen cinematic. I mean, it is what it is. Alright, now the next tutorial I'm gonna be teaching you guys is the bone camera thing. I mean, it's got a funny ass name, but the bone camera. So you're just gonna find something, I guess like right here we could do, and you're just gonna select bone, and you can have it at the head, and basically it's just gonna move around with it. As you can see, I'm not touching anything. You can zoom out a little bit and like it'll do this, and it's basically just gonna like, I guess you could say motion track. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's gonna do something. It's just gonna follow whatever you have it locked to. So you can do this one. You can have it locked to the gun, which is actually pretty cool. So as you can see, it follows the gun. I should increase that time scale. But yeah, as you can see, it's just gonna follow the gun. So like if you're not too lazy, if you're just too much of a shitty cinematographer like I am and can't record the normal way like I just showed you, like if you're just pretty trash like me, and I'm pretty trash, so you can use bone camera, and it's pretty awesome. I mean, oh shit, okay, I might have screwed this up. Okay, here we go. It's pretty cool. And then you can you can lock rotation, which essentially just means like, basically it just means like it locks the rotation. It's not gonna go whoosh, you know, it's not gonna go like yeet around and shiz. And then you can show bone too, so you know exactly what you're locking onto, which is pretty cool. And then let me just go back in time. And I believe you can use position, which I don't really like doing. I mean, I feel like it looks better without it. Oh yeah, and you can have it locked to the guy like this, kind of. I mean, that's kind of cool, I guess. I don't really know. And if you left click or right click, you change the height, which is. But I mean, that's how you do that. It's whatever. So yeah, you can go all crazy on this. I mean, this is obviously gonna look a lot better at a higher frame rate, like 600 or whatever. But like, you know, you can just mess around with this, you know. Oh yeah, and this even works on enemy bots. Except this bot right here is not really moving since I'm using the MVM placeBot whatever command. But I mean, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, you know. If you're using real clips, and this will obviously just look a whole lot better. But yeah, that's how you use the bone camera. It's honestly a really dope feature. And yeah, let's get on to the next part of the tutorial. Okay, so we went over the basic cinematic, frozen cinematic, and then the bone camera. Now we're on to the last cinematic, which in my opinion is like the hardest to pull off. Like, this thing's a pain in the ass, but I'm gonna try my best to do it. I can't even do it that well, so I don't know why I don't know why the hell I'm doing this. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So the Vertigo effect. This is how you do it. So you can do it, okay, you can do it normal cinematic, or you can do it frozen, and it's a million times easier frozen. So to do it, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go far away and then just go like the field of view, make it like 15. So like here, and then you're gonna want to go forward a little bit, and then you're gonna want to increase the field of view to like 30 or something. So it basically just looks like, you know, nothing really changed. So add another one there. And then we're gonna go even more further, and then you're gonna increase it to like 50. And like here maybe. And then even more further, and then make it like 80. No, not 80, like 100 maybe. Oh wait, I didn't even do that. CG 100. And this is really hard to pull off. But boom, there we go. We have our cinematic. Yeah, you see, this is pretty terrible. This is like the worst Vertigo effect ever made. Like, look how bad this looks. Anyway, let's lower the time scale to like 0.1 and then go. And so as you can see, it kind of looks cool. Like, that's a horrible Vertigo effect. Let me try again. Okay, so it'll probably be easier if we do it like on this guy right here. So let's try again. CG underscore field of view, and then make it like 15. All right. Okay. Go forward. 30. Okay. 45. Okay. And then forward even more and go like 60 maybe. Okay. And then like even more and like make it like 100. And then go like here maybe. Okay. And then like even more and like make it like one. I wouldn't go higher than 150. Like, even this is like pushing it too much, you know? Like, this is like way too much. But for tutorial's sake, I'm gonna go. Yeah, look at this. This is just, what the hell is this? Okay. You know what? No, we can't go 150. That's too much, man. It's really too much. Let's go like 135. Okay, even this is like still too much. Okay. 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 Yeet, there we go. So we have our thingy. All right, now let's try this out. See, this is actually usable. This I would use in an edit. This is pretty good. All right. What am I saying? This still looks pretty bad, but I mean, it kind of looks cool. Like up until here is when I would, you know, whatever. But let me try increasing the time scale. We'll see how it looks. You see, this is kind of yeah, this is pretty bad. I mean, if you're going like with like a trippy vibe or you're trying to make someone look drunk or some shit, this would be dope, alright? But that's how you do the vertigo effect. A really shitty vertigo effect, I must add. I've seen people do it a million times better. But yeah, that's the vertigo effect. You just increase the field of view, and yeah. Okay, now we're on to the very last part of the tutorial. Like the really last part. I'm gonna be showing you guys the difference between Hele or HLE and then Bezier. So let's just go frozen cinema. We'll go like yeet, one over here, and then we'll throw a rotation, and you know what? Let's go like that. Boom, forward in time, and then like boom, and then like even more forward in time. Okay, you know what? That's too forward. That's too much. Okay. Upside down. And then, like, maybe, like, way over here. We'll go, like this, maybe. And boom! Let's test this out. This probably looks really bad. That's not that bad. You know, time scale, lower the time scale. You would have a basic cinematic like that, maybe. And then, like... But yeah, that's how you do upside down cinematics, but that's not what I'm trying to show you guys here. What I'm trying to show you guys here is the Bezier mode. Okay, so the HLE mode, the HLAE mode, what it does is it makes it so that your keyframe, the cam path will always show this. It'll always show what you saw here, saw there, saw there, and saw there. It'll always show what you had with like. Basically, it'll always show what you captured. That's the simplest way to put it. But if you put it on Bezier, that shit will be smooth as hell. Like, it's basically just like you ease the shit out of this, and like, yeah, that's this thing. It'll be a whole lot smoother in like some scenarios, but like other scenarios, you'll just clip through walls and stuff. So yeah, that is a million times smoother, but like I said, you clip through the walls a lot of times. If your cinematic's really dramatic, you know what I'm saying? If it has like a lot of sharp turns and like stuff like that, it'll do that. But yeah, most of the time you might want to just use HLAE mode, which is basically just the CSGO thing. And yeah, that's how you record cinematics, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. This tutorial was like super cringeworthy, and like I bet you I'm just gonna get roasted by everyone for how wrong I was. Like the whole vertigo effect, ooh, that was pretty bad. People are gonna roast the shit out of me. But this is just for beginners. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you enjoyed. In my next tutorial, I'm gonna be recording some of these cinematics and then color grading them. So yeah, if you want to watch my video on color correcting and color grading, I'm gonna be color correcting and color grading this clip right here. So yeah, that'll be in my next tutorial. Stay on the lookout for that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, man. Peace. I'm out of order, and see ya, boys.